Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am Molinda Jae, and I am here to talk about the Belle Collective season 2. Okay, so I did not review season 1. Well, yeah, I didn't review season 1 because during the panorama I was assisting caregiving my grandfather. However, I am definitely able to review season 2 because I have lived in the SIP long enough to be like, hey, I can definitely relate to them. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into it with Belle Collective season 2. And of course, I will be going back and forth of like going deciphering each couple or each person on the cast from season 1 and until now, season 2. So I'm like combining both into one. And of course, this is done by Carlos King. Shouts out to him, the king of reality TV. Yes. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, we start off with Latrice and Cliff, aka Zaddy. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to cover my ears sometimes when she says daddy, because I do have a family member that calls her husband daddy. So yeah. However, I love Latrice and Cliff. They're like my favorite couple on Belle Collective. So with Latrice and Cliff, aka Zaddy, they are a 20-year difference between both of them. And Latrice, she is the founder and CEO slash owner of Goddess Links, and where she sells virgin hair. Okay. And she has been the first to have vending machines selling bundles at mall location. And I think that is brilliant because conveniency is the key. Okay. And she has exploded since then from having those bundles in the vending machines. Okay. Now this season, of course, it starts out with them two, and with of course, we can already see it now of Cliff wanting to have a baby with Latrice, and Loki wants her to retire from her business, or just retire to become a housewife and just, be I wouldn't say a homemaker, but just being able to have at least one kid by her, because he already has 5 kids. He has 4 boys and 1 girl. The girl is the youngest, and her name is Amber, and she lives with them. And I'm pretty sure by now she's in college, because while they were filming, she was in her last year of high school. So yes, and then of course towards the end of the episode is going to be the high tea event that is at Latrice's house. And I have to say, like, Latrice, I love your house, girl. I love y'all's house. Um it's built nicely, it's modern, it has openness, and then y'all have some land out there where y'all can go kart and have little dinner dates on the side of the lake. I love that. Okay. So that's what's going on with Latrice and Zaddy for right now. And we can already see from the previews on down the line with the trailer that the baby, settling down for a baby, is going to be the problem. It's going to be a little slight issue on that. On to the next, we have Letitia and Glenn Pearson, aka the high school sweethearts. And right now, this season, they're giving me that I can't believe that we were always meant to be, but now I see. They give me Faith Evans and Carl Thomas vibes, because within the first season, she well, of course, she is the founder and CEO. Letitia is the founder and CEO of Women's Brunch Mississippi organization, where she hosts brunches to have some women empowerment, a networking event, where all the women that are in business or want to be potential business owners, they can connect and network with each other and embrace one another at one occasion. And also within the first season, her goal was to revitalize Fair Street, aka the Black Mecca. And that passion project is inspired by her grandfather that passed away a couple years back. And of course, that was her passion project throughout the first season, was to get that street revitalized, with filled with Black business owners, with, you know, whether it's a hair salon, grocery store, postal office, etc. Okay. And however, with this season and season 2, it's more like I got a new attitude. Okay. Stella got her groove back because she is beginning to, first, she has opened up her enterprise, Letitia Pearson Enterprises, that houses other businesses, which is brilliant because there's a lot of small businesses. Of course, they operate in their houses, but it's almost nothing like having a separate brick and mortar or separate spot to house your office material and office expenditures all in one place, instead of it having it, you know, crosshair, come into the crossfires with your home business or your home life. So I thought that was brilliant for her to open up a separate location where she can not only house her office and her business endeavors, but also for other business people that would like to house their businesses at her location as well, and be able to utilize an office space. So it's more like a office incubator, so to speak. Yeah, that's how it is. Also within this second season, though, her and her husband Glenn are separated because of the allegations of cheating, as well as a possible baby, which that is very heartbreaking because when you're high school sweethearts and you've been together for so long, and then you all have a child, that can definitely affect on how the child goes from a 2-parent household to a separate household. So she's living with her mom at the time, and there's nothing wrong with moving back with your parents, trying to get yourself together and work yourself to some self-improvement. Okay, there's nothing wrong with doing that. So please stop shaming people who move back home with their parents, because you don't know what the circumstances are at the time within that person, or just with that person in the relationship with their parents in general. Okay, so yeah, that is definitely what is going on with Letitia and Glenn this season, for season 2. On to Miss Marie, aka Marie Monroe, because girl got her blonde going on. Okay, she got the blondes have more fun type of hair. And within the first season, of course, she's still dealing with a lot. And shouts out to Miss Marie, like she is superwoman at its finest. And I hope she is able to find a balance between all that has transpired between last season and this season. Because last season, she had just recently opened up her opioids treatment facility. And of course, she does have a mental health facility. And last season, she was working toward, her and her business partner, Etsy, was working towards expanding the mental health facility, because they basically outgrown the space. So towards the end of that last season, her and Miss Etsy, they were able to open up the bigger space facility. Shouts out to them both. Hamilton Davis And of course, she is the first Black woman to own a methadone clinic in the state of Mississippi. So that is definitely a major accomplishment to Miss Marie. Shouts out to her on keeping that mental health important, because that is definitely very, very crucial with the Black community as well. So, she has stated before, the inspiration behind her opening up a facility or going into the mental health field is because of her mother. Okay. And her struggle with substance abuse. Okay. And with this season, her mother has asked her, it has came full circle. Her mother has asked to come live with her, because towards the end of last season, her and Marie and her husband have been having marital issues as far as like them not spending enough time with each other. And there was also some accusations of / allegations allegedly of cheating. So yes. So with this season, like I said, her mother has asked to live with Marie and her children, because Marie was raised by her father, as stated. And now, about a couple months back, like early this year, when her mother had moved in, a tragedy had happened to where one of her grandson's mothers had passed away due to pow pow. So I do want to extend my condolences as well as healing and love and light energy to Miss Marie and their family, and just continue to lift them up and healing energy. So because the fact that one of the grandsons do have to live without a mother. So, and we do see progress with her eldest son, Jerez, that's stepping up to the plate and taking care of his children, rightfully so. Hallelujah to that. And he also looks better. He looks good. Well, he looked good before as a young man, but you can definitely see the transition in the facial features of her son and how it has impacted their family as a whole. So please extend your prayers, your healing energy out to Miss Marie and their family. All right, next on the list we have Tambria Cherie, aka the Midday Diva Queen. Okay, we left off last season of number one. Her parents wanting grandchildren, and of course number two, she had to have surgery to take those uterine fibroids. She had uterine fibroids, where she had to take some out. At first it was 4, but as the doctors were doing the procedure, it went from 4 to 39 of them. So I was like, I can definitely relate to that story, because my mother had an emergency surgery as well, and hers was a size of a baby. And that'll be a whole nother separate video in itself. And I do like the fact that she highlighted that and how it's critical within the Black and brown community, of how it affects us women. All right. So she was dealing with that last year. And also she has did like a reunion reconciliation with her longtime boyfriend / friend guy. His name is Desmond. However, with this season coming around, they are established as a couple from our understanding as viewers, as well as she is considered the midday queen of the number one show, daytime show in Jackson, Mississippi, 97.7, as well as she has released her immunity tea, favorite things, it's like a tea blend. So she has released that since the first season has launched as well. And also the fact that later on down this season, we're going to be dealing with another individual, Taisha, that is Letitia Pearson's friend, and how she has been dealing with Desmond, aka Greedy, code word Greedy, with him. That was her code word with Mr. Desmond, because he seems like the type in her eyes that he's greedy. So that's gonna be interesting this season. On the women gonna be windmilling between Desmond and the status of the relationship. Okay, yeah. Now, the next couple is that has been introduced us newly this season is Soguchi and JJ. So Soguchi, her real name is Sophia Otis Williams, and she is the top real estate agent in Mississippi. And her husband, JJ, knows Cliff as well. She has sold millions in profits of real estate, as well as she is a certified personal trainer. Okay, the body. She got the legs and hips and body action going on. Okay, shouts out to Miss Soguchi. All right. So what caught my eye was Mr. JJ. Okay, Mr. JJ, aka Sanjay Star and Sky's daddy from DD4L Dancing Dolls. He is married to Soguchi. So I was like, wait a minute, is that Sanjay Star and Sky's dad? And Carlos King was like, yep, that's him. I was like, oh snap, this season's gonna be lit, because we all know how Mr. JJ is. And his silly antics. Okay, so they are the new couple of this season. All right, and then lastly we have I apologize ahead of time, but we have Miss Akeisha and Willie, and we have not been introduced to them yet. However, hopefully they will be introduced to us either this Friday or a couple of episodes on down the line of the season. But that is the other new couple that has made their presence, that is going to bless us with their presence this season on Belle Collective. So overall, with this episode, like, number one, what I think is, can we get the original song back? Like, Carlos, if you can hear me out there, can we get the original theme song back for the Belle Collective? Because it was giving Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tease with the song a little bit. I know we are the Southern Bells and stuff like that, but I like the other song. I like the theme song from the first season better, because I was jamming, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to jam to this one this time. It was more like a two-step. Okay, like, all right, Southern vibes. But anyways, another highlight overall thoughts is the husbands are included in the theme song, like the theme lineup. So that's interesting. And I'm glad all of the cast are back, except for one, Miss Dr. Antoinette Lyles. She didn't come back for this season. Hopefully she'll come back next season. But last season it was very problematic because of her friend. Her friend was shaking the table and, you know, hiding her hands a little bit. But I love Miss Dr. Antoinette as herself. She reminds me a little bit, you know, with all the yoga and accomplishments and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed Dr. Antoinette the first season, because she was getting about it toward the last portion of last season. But overall, this season is about to be messy, and low-key, I'm gonna be here for it. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you all to it, y'all. We gonna be riding this thing out together. Overall, I'm just glad that they're back, because I'm just glad that Carlos King is highlighting a whole nother city, a whole nother state, other than typical Atlanta, LA, New York, and all those other cities that always get to shine. Okay. So the fact that the city of Jackson and the state of Mississippi is getting highlighted with the OWN network and with Carlos King, yes, finally we're getting somewhere. There's more people in the United States other than the typical major cities, okay? Major cities and states, to be exact. So that's all I have for you guys for this short review. I hope it was a short review for the season 2 episode 1 of Belle Collective. Basically, that was like a beginner episode as well, because we have 2 extra couples in there this time, and the first episode came out swinging, okay? Right off the jump. So I appreciate that. But other than that, I thank you all for tuning in to this video. Please leave a comment down below of your thoughts and your opinions of this season, or what y'all think is going to be about. All my social media links will be in the description box below. Please share this video and like the video, please, so I can get boosted up to the algorithm. My goal by the end of this year is to have 1,000 subscribers. So if y'all could just subscribe, that'd be good. Hit that notification bell so you know the next time I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.